in order to fight the evil Federation, which is almost under the command of Servalan, Avon and his guys are going to need money. They're going to need gold. And that is the name of this episode of Blake 7. We are so close to the end of Blake 7. This has been an amazing ride. I love this show. It's my third time through. Great stuff. We're going to review it using my space system: story, pacing, artistry, characters, enjoyment. Each category gets a score between 0 and 2. 2 is the best you can get in any category. I love season 4, as you guys have been telling. I've given a lot of 10s. This one's not going to be a 10, but it's going to be pretty damn good. For the story, I'm going to give it 1.5. I like the idea that they're trying to get money and gold and, try to figure out, what resources they need to defeat the Empire. It all feels like it's building to like a big conclusion. In this one here, they've got a guy who's going to try to get them some black gold. His name is Keeler. They don't trust him. And the gold is black. Well, the way it works is that the gold is actually tainted. So it's black when it leaves the factory or whatever, but then there's a chemical process that they can use to turn it back into gold. It's not guarded very heavily, and it's on this pleasure cruise, which is all just a ruse because everyone there is drugged and in this weird state. So Avon and his guys got to get it back. I thought this one was pretty good. A couple of twists and turns, although the twist of who's behind it all is not really a twist at all. We know who it is. But the one thing that I really liked was at the very end, where they risk their lives to make Servalan rich. It is just so absolutely brilliant that they did all of this stuff, and Servalan ends up being the one who wins because of the Federation currency, and the currency of that place isn't valuable anymore. And now Servalan has the gold to back it up. Keeler gets kind of what his comeuppance at the end. Pretty fun stuff. You don't need this episode. It's another one of these ones you don't really need it, but I actually thought it was really fun and kind of cool anyway, so I loved it. For the pacing, I'll give it a 1.5. There is a lot of good tension in this one. Back and forth, you're like, okay, they set up one of those cameras in the corner, which has pre-recorded stuff so that they can mess with the gold, and then the camera doesn't show it. So when one of the guys looks at the camera, he sees that. It's like, oh, everything looks okay. But meanwhile, Avon and Keeler are in there messing with it. Pretty good back and forth. It's a little bit of like tension. You're like, you don't know exactly what's going to happen. You don't know if the plan will go through. Is Keeler double crossing them, or is he double spy, or is he double crossing Servalan? So a lot of good back and forth stuff. I enjoyed the pacing. Artistry, I'm also going to give it a 1.5. There's some pretty good locations on here. There's not really any like ship battles or anything like that, so that's always a little bit of a small letdown. But everything looked good. Music was good. The different sets were nice. I like the black gold thing. That's kind of a cool look. Servalan comes in with her guys and they all look cool. They have these masks and stuff, and then they reveal who it is. Oh my god. Costumes are great on this one. There's a couple of there's some gunfire, so it's not too bad. I like this one. It looked good. Again, it's the old timey-wimey days with small budgets and big hearts, and I kind of think everything looked good. The characters, I'm going to give it a 2 out of 2 for the characters, though. Avon, of course, is my favorite character, and I love everybody in this one. This is a little bit weird with Sulin, who's doing more. It feels like they almost flip a coin, like should Dana do stuff or Sulin do stuff, and I feel like Sulin got a little bit more to do now, but only because Dana's got less to do. So if you're going to make a gripe, you could say that Sulin is still sort of like just there to be there. Dana could probably do most of this stuff, and I think she's a better character anyways. However, I still like all the characters in this one. I think it was a lot of fun. Keeler was kind of a cool guy, a bit of a slime ball and trying to play all sides, and no, don't do anything to me, and he kind of got nailed at the end. Enjoyment factor, I'm going to give it a 1.5. I like this, like, Avon's friend, and then it's like, is he really his friend, or is he out to betray him, and all that, and the back and forth stuff. This was a fun episode. I get it. It's not something that's needed, and you're like, it didn't further the story, but season 4 was a lot of buildup. I'm not sure exactly what they were thinking, how they were going to end the season 4, if it was going to be the final season, but they did the best with what they had, and it was kind of fun. And I like this episode, even though you could remove it doesn't really matter. But I love the ending of Avon just laughing, like everyone's like, we just risked our lives. First they say they risked our lives for nothing, and then it's like, no, we risked our lives to make Servalan rich. And Avon's just like, yep, that's it. And he just laughs, and it's like, yeah, that's outrageous. Like, that's stupid. So I love it. Great ending. So this is an 8 out of 10 episode for me. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on this one. Please remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and check out the classic TV show playlists. We're doing The Prisoner next. After The Prisoner, I think I might do Battlestar Galactica, like the old series. I'm trying to keep more classic. I know I did Enterprise. That just because I happen to be watching Enterprise right after original series, so I thought I may as well do it. It's classic enough. It's been like 20 years, so I would call that a classic. Would I do the Battlestar new one? Maybe I would. I own all of that too, and I own 1980, and I own Caprica. I own that as well, so I have everything. But definitely going to do Battlestar, if not after Prisoner, but sometime soon. So that's everybody. Thanks so much. Until next time.